Hello, mathematicians. Today we're going to be learning about perimeter and area. This is a flipped lesson, so you should be watching this from home. Please don't forget to take notes. Pause the video if you need more time. Rewind it if you need more review. Remember that you can watch this as many times as you'd like. Be sure to write down any questions you have so that we can discuss them in class tomorrow. And don't forget to take the quiz at the end of the video. To start, let's review some vocabulary. Perimeter is the total length around the outside of an object. It is measured in units, such as centimeters, inches, or feet. Area is the space inside of an object. It is measured in units squared, such as square centimeters or square inches. Let's take some examples. An example of perimeter is the length of fence around your yard, or the length around a picture frame. Another example is the length around the outside of your television. Let's try some examples. Perimeter is the sum of all sides. In our first example, we have a square. It is labeled one side is 5 centimeters. Being the mathematicians that we are, we know that a square has equal sides. So therefore, we know that each side is 5 centimeters. All we do is add these up. So 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 5 is 20. The perimeter of this square is 20 centimeters. Let's move on. Here we have a rectangle. One side is labeled 3 inches and one side is labeled 10. We don't have the measurements of this side or this side. However, we know that this side is equal in length to this side, and this side is equal in length to this side. Therefore, we know that this side is 3 inches, and this side is 10 inches. All we need to do is add them up. Let's start with 3. 3 plus 10 is 13. We know that this side is 3, so 13 plus 3 is 16, plus 10 is 26. The perimeter of this rectangle is 26 inches. In our next example, we have a triangle with all 3 sides labeled. All we need to do is add them up. 12 plus 10 is 22, plus 9 is 31. The perimeter of this triangle is 31 feet. Please note that you can start with any side you'd like. You can start with 9, then add 10, which is 19, then add 12, which is 31. Just make sure that you do add all of the sides. Let's review the vocabulary again. Perimeter, as we just learned, is the total length around the outside of an object, and it is measured in units. Let's talk about area. Area is the space inside of an object, and it is measured in units squared. An example of area is all of the grass in your yard. Another example is all of the glass inside of a picture frame. One more example is the carpeting on your floor. Let's take a look at some examples. The formula for area is length times width. Please note that this is only the formula when you're using rectangles or squares. In our first example, we have a square, and each side is labeled 2. We know that all 4 sides are 2 feet. So using our formula, we can take the length, which is 2, and multiply by the width, which is 2. So all we do is multiply 2 times 2, which is 4. The area of this square is 4 feet squared. We can also count up the boxes inside. 1, 2, 3, 4. The area is 4 feet squared. In our next example, we have a rectangle, and the width is labeled 3, and the length is labeled 6. So let's plug that into our formula. Length is 6, width is 3. 6 times 3 is 18. The area of this rectangle is 18 inches squared. We can also count up each box inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 inches squared. In our next example, we also have a rectangle. The length is labeled 6 centimeters and the width is labeled 4. So let's plug that in. 6 times 4 is 24. So the area of this rectangle is 24 centimeters squared. Let's try to find the area of a triangle. There's a different formula for this. It is 1/2 base times height. As we can see here, we have a triangle, and let's try to count up all of the area. We have 1, 2, 3 boxes, then we have some half boxes. We have 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 1. So 1 plus our 3 is 4, and we're left with 1/2. So the area of this triangle is 4.5. Let's use a formula. The base of this triangle is 1, 2, 3. The height is also 1, 2, 3. So 3 times 3 is 9, and then we multiply that by 1/2. We get 4.5. Now it's time to check to see what you've learned. Please go to your email and pull up the quiz on this lesson. Don't worry, it's not graded. We'll discuss everything in class tomorrow. Bye!